want? Penis.
F-Man in the house. On behalf of Fanatic.
Good everyone, this is Vagina Man.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I mean, I might include this in the episode, so I mean, so you gotta be careful what you say.
Yeah, you should include this in the episode, dude. What are you talking about?
My only advice would be everybody go outside and get some vitamin D and stop being like dumb pasty nerds.
I'm sorry, I don't know what outside is.
The funny thing, I can't be pasty, I'm brown.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
I do need to tan, though.
Well, it's like, you can be like cocoa. Like cocoa milk.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm not cocoa.
see,
I'm
count as
shitty brown.
song?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Peekaboo.
Ah,
Alright, well, looks like we're going here. I'm gonna introduce this thing in like 10 seconds then.
and... Okay, I'm not gonna count down.
I mean, anything goes here. Alright. Whoa, look at that. I transitioned. What's up, everyone? It's Shitty Game Weekly, episode 118. We got a whole bunch of assholes here on the show.
Hey, I'm offended.
Piss off, Nicholas.
Not an asshole,
And,
I'm a
yeah,
classhole.
no,
An asshole.
classhole. That's never heard that before. That's good.
It's an asshole with class.
But,
I sexually identify as a sport, thank you very much.
Alright, well, so we're covering Gokujou Parodius, and
Or as I pronounce
we're going to
it,
be
Gokujou.
checking out Gokujou. Or...
I pronounce it Gokujou, pronounce it however you want. I don't care.
Okay, so Super Viper pronounces it Gokujou, and I pronounce it Gokujou. Any other pronunciations that we gotta get in here?
Hell if I know.
I'm basing my pronunciation off a classic Game Room episode. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, he doesn't pronounce things right. So.
I know, but whatever.
Alright, so yeah, so what we're doing today is we're checking out Yace is 2 loops cleared video of Gokujou Parodius. This is going to be focused on the Super Famicom version, not the arcade specifically. This will be the Super Famicom.
Once again, the inferior version.
Oh.
Well, we can get into that. We can get into that.
Oh,
And,
I don't really think so, but we'll talk it later.
Each their own, you know.
But since I'm a real huge fan of Super Famicom, so Super Famicom is superior, that's all, and...
It's super.
Fine, you're kidding.
And so, yeah.
Your opinion. Oh, wait, this is the internet.
And you may notice that we do have a bunch of people on the episode today. We do the expert guests. These are the higher tier guests. Our Super Viper and Yace.
Hey.
And then we're gonna be joined by some prospectful hosts, future host and / helpers / new voices of STG Weekly. It's a brand new era. It's a brand new era. So we're joined by some other voices as well. So we're also joined by Nasty Wolverine.
F-Man in the
Nasty.
house. I'm just filling in for Fanatic.
That's good. And and welcome as well, K-Price 45.
Yeah. What's up, people? The original gold teeth, back teeth, not the gold teeth. Here to go and take in some schmops. And hello to everybody in chat.
Yeah, excellent. So I think we're like covering we're making a full perimeter of the globe right now because got Nasty Wolverine in India somewhere.
Yep.
And Cape, where are you from, K-Price?
Born and bred in London, North London. So for people who have no idea where I'm from, it's the part where Skepta and JME are from. So yeah.
Yeah, Britain, London, and then we got Yace in France.
Yep, in a little town called Fontaine. Nobody knows where it's really, but yeah. So I think all soon noticed why I'm
That's
French.
already scared.
So what's up, Doc? It's Mr. Shida Accent talking. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, indeed. So this should be a fun episode.
Not going to
there's gonna be a lot to.
What?
Oh, Jesus,
Yeah, you
there's too many
forgot
people.
Beats.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I get one miss.
Yeah, you got this.
All right. So then we're also joined by Beatsco. Hey, Beatsco.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's only me.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. There's gonna be a lot of shit talk going on as you hear. There's gonna be some fight between which is better, the Super Famicom or the arcade version.
Yeah.
This quarrel may in fact derail the whole episode.
Let's try not. Let's try not to do that.
But we might actually talk about the game.
Or at least
cool,
I
cool
will,
stuff like
because
that.
I'm the guy who likes to provide the extensive knowledge. You might remember me.
You were on a past episode.
I've been here before.
The Super Viper. Alright, so Gokujou Parodius, it came out in 1994. It is Konami, and it does have a bunch of ports and stuff, but we are focusing on the Super Famicom version. So I mean, why the Super Famicom version? Let's get Yace's take on why the Super Famicom version.
Oh, it's quite simple. I really think this is among the best shmup. This is one of the best shmups for the SNES. My absolute favorite is still Super West, but as I said before, Gokujou Parodius moved next to Super West now, and I really think that version has much more better sound rendition, and I really loved Gokujou Parodius themes, and I think this version is much more smooth to play because the rank system is much more. Is easier to deal with, and since I'm a huge SNES fan, so but the 3 episodes, the Parodius series has got 3 episodes released for the SNES, and I really think those 3 games are really great, and this is my favorite one. So that's why to be honest, I really don't wonder why I'm playing this game. I'm just knowing one thing: I really loved it, and it's enough for me.
Yeah, the one thing I've noticed about the Parodius games on the Super Famicom particularly is they are really close to the arcade. Like, they're really damn good. Like, it's pretty impressive that they actually took the care to make them that good. I mean, but yeah, you're saying the music's kind of nicer. That's cool.
I have to disagree about the music. That's probably the only reason I don't really like this board.
Okay, well that's settled then.
I mean, I have to say it is pretty accurate.
Okay, so I mean,
okay, why not? But what do I say about this? If I really, to put in a nutshell, and what I really love about SNES versions is these versions are more generous and grant the player with more extra lives, so it's quite easier than the arcade version. And
definitely easier.
So you'll see, maybe I'm a coward, but I love play shmups in which we have a lot of extra lives or extends. You see, it's why I really love compile shooters, because in compile shooters there are a lot of extends, and that's why I really think this game is more noob friendly, if I could say, but.
I think that's a good point because, as I understand, arcade Parodius, pretty much all of them have a severe range.
You only get 2 extra lives. You only get 2 extra lives in every arcade game. And I think this one
not every arcade game. You can't just say.
Not in every arcade Parodius game, I meant.
Okay.
In this game, I believe the extends are set at 300,000 and 500,000, but I could be wrong on that.
And the arcade versions of Parodius DA and Gokujou Parodius are really minor and
Right, so it's more balanced and stuff. That's great. That's great. That's good to hear because I mean I played some of the arcade Parodiuses, and the rank just screws you over completely at a certain point. So you're saying the rank's also nicer?
Oh yeah,
Super Famicom.
Sure thing.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, Konami's not trying to like screw people over and earn and get the arcade bucks and everything. So.
Well,
Many people said that Gradius 3 for the arcades is bad. As far as I'm concerned, I really think Parodius DA for the arcade is much harder than Gradius 3. Gradius 3 is
That's pretty strong there.
Gradius 3, okay, the cube rush is really unfair, but arcade version of Parodius DA is one of my. I really think this game is really painful, and I just beat it twice, and I never played again because it pisses me off so much. And so I really like Gokujou Parodius best for the SNES, and the same about Parodius DA. I really love the SNES version, but the arcade version so nightmarish. So farewell arcade version and long live SNES versions. Yep.
Man, just putting it out there.
Just taunting Mr. Viper a little bit.
I would have to say that Parodius Star Arcade is definitely hard. Is definitely a really hard game. I have to agree with you on that one. So I definitely do agree that the rank was definitely managed better for home console ports. And
Do you remember the Venus boss in the arcades? Venus boss at the end of Pink Cloud Land, you know, the stage with
the bubble enemies.
Yep.
Oh, that yeah.
In the arcades, when you face this boss at Warp Max, those little piggies she throws at you, they turn into bullets. And
they all give you return fire. I'm pretty sure.
And this is really so nightmarish. And the fun fact is that on the SNES version, this boss is among the easiest ones, just because all those piggies, when you kill them, they just disappear and no revenge bullets. With revenge bullets, and since you have to get back in the game after death. After you miss, it's really hard to get back in the game. And but Parodius DA, especially bosses are really run killers, and it's quite a stressful game. In the arcade version, is quite stressful. So
there are definitely ways to manage ranks, though, but they're not all feasible. Like I can definitely say that if you don't manage the rank properly, then yes, that can happen.
Rank gets at max at the end of level 3 if you don't die in between, so...
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's some bullshit.
You basically have to stay at one speed up the entire time.
I honestly think it's quite unfair, but that's the way the game is, so play it or don't play it, but...
go home is what you're saying.
Okay.
Like, why would they do that to the people? You know, it's like they got Parodius. It's such a cute game, and they got like you're trying to attract like kids and like female gamers and stuff who may not be as experienced.
I wouldn't say,
and they're just fucking them over, just going right into their purse.
I think they're more trying to appeal to the Japanese because this year they're just going to confuse the hell out of Americans.
Yeah, because I've personally always found the Parodius games to be like a really heavy on the absurdity. So the fact that these even came out of Japan is quite of a surprise to me.
Oh,
you know, okay, that is worth mentioning. So there is the PAL European name of Gokujou Parodius, which is Fantastic Journey, but there was no...
The entire name of Gokujou Parodius translated means Gokujou Parodius Pursue the Glory of the Past. I don't know what the Japanese name is.
That's a really good name, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
Pursue the Glory of the Past, okay.
I think so.
But of note is that there was no Super Famicom PAL version. That was only for Sega Saturn and Sega Saturn and the some of the stuff, the arcade stuff. So
Yeah,
Because we always get everything later. Yay.
there was
But I kind of like, I don't know, what do you guys think about that title, Fantastic Journey? Does that suck, or is that cool, or what do you guys think?
It's pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
It sounds kind of generic to me.
It is a little generic, but it's pretty cool.
sounds great. It surely is.
It kind of makes more sense than Gradius 2's talent name, which was both adventure. Seriously, like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Okay, I
I
wouldn't want to start
You
another-
guys just want to start? We're already killing too much time. Okay.
This is all about killing time here. I mean, we got all of you here.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to start a flame war, but like, how does Parodius Portable for PSP hold up?
It's
So
pretty
that's
good.
what-
It's pretty good. Like it basically takes the PlayStation versions of Parodius, Gokujou Parodius, Jikyo Strawberry Parodius, and Sexy Parodius, adds Parodius MSX, and there you go.
Yeah, because that was my introduction to whole Parodius series. So yeah,
I use that to get into the other Parodius games as well.
Okay. So why don't we talk about the game itself here a little bit? So what sets apart Gokujou from the other Parodius games, particularly? Maybe you gonna talk about that, or like?
Really.
To be honest, I really think the game is even funnier even more funny than Parodius DA, and I really love it. I really think there are much more funny things in this game. Okay, first Parodius DA, not Parodius DA. The first Parodius game for the MSX released in 1988 was quite surprising. Parodius DA was a huge improvement over the first episode for the MSX, but I think
It didn't have the wall. Let's remember that. It didn't have the wall.
and Gokujou Parodius just parodic shmup just as the first one, but I think it's really more playable, and I also think it's quite easier because you can turn the revival into instant revival, and so if you don't want any checkpoint to jeopardize all your run, so you can switch the revival into instant revival, and it makes the game considerably smoother and less frustrating, I think. So.
But
So you're using
checkpoints is the most fun part of Gradius games, DLP.
Oh.
Everybody knows the real men play with checkpoints.
Yeah, no, you're right. Maybe I'm not
Okay,
a real man. Maybe I'm some kind of. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not a
I
real
started
man.
playing Sexy Parodius on main. I used to
I'm quite maybe lazy or coward or whatever you want, but to say it again, I really don't know why I love this game that much, but I know I love it that much, and that's all it takes for me is I really love the game, and that's why I'm still playing it, and I play for hours, and that's Gokujou Parodius for the Super Famicom. I love it.
I should also mention shout outs to Icarus FW, fresh out of Twitch jail, also mentioning that apparently this was the first series in the Parodius game to have purple bells, because
purple bells are a
had them.
huge scoring factor in this, and really the arcade version, but also they could be used in this game as well.
Yep.
Oh, so what's with the purple bells? Then?
Purple bells, what they do is whenever you use a purple bell, it acts kind of like a blue capsule. All on-screen enemies will die, but they will all turn into power capsules or bells. And if you can get a lot of enemies on screen and then use a purple bell, that is instant farming right there. You can get a lot of bell potential from that. There's quite a few. It's mainly useful in this game and Sexy Parodius. It's also in Jikyo Strawberry Parodius, but that game already has enough bells as it is, so you don't really need a way to get more.
So, I mean, yeah, speaking of bells, why don't we talk about the mechanics of the game? I mean, you got the Gradius power-up bar, obviously, but you guys want to go over the bells?
I guess I can kind of give a reminder on the bells. So the rest of the bell power-ups, you have yellow, which gives you points. They start at 500, then 1,000, then 2,500, then 5,000, and then they stop at 10,000, and they just keep going until a bell falls off the left side of the screen, at which point it will reset to 500. And every 5 times you shoot a bell, it will change color. So there's the purple bells, which you just talked about. There's blue, which gives you kind of like a smart bomb that allows you to blow up everything on screen, and also you're invincible while you're inside the blast. There's white, which will give you a megaphone that allows you to yell various phrases and kill enemies with it. There's green, which makes you grow and become invincible, and you can kill enemies by touching them. And there's red, which will give you 3 laser beams that allow you to act as a wall, that basically act as a wall, shielding you from enemies and bullets, and also provide you complete invincibility while you're on them.
And and then the bells are basically, they're appearing like throughout the whole game too, so you're constantly.
I believe they appear every 5 enemies that should normally give you a power-up capsule. So like you get 4 power capsules, and then the 5th one is a bell. Although blue capsules and roulettes, I don't believe apply to this.
Just want to say, in the first loop, it will be all about chaining golden bells to earn much more points in order to have extents, because the game. I played the game on 8th difficulty setting, which is hidden difficulty setting. To unlock that setting, you just have to enter Konami code at the option screen. And so the 8th degree of difficulty is really much harder than the 7th. And enemies are way faster. They shoot really quicker, and they shoot more, and there are more revenge bullets. So and the fun fact is that game is that the difficulty thing is so heavy, and Super Famicom sometimes can't even hold it, and the game will really become really sluggish. And something I really like is
we're seeing that right now.
Gives
actually.
me the feeling that the consoles, even the consoles can go on, and don't worry, it's not as awful as it is in Super Type. Since I know you really love that game, but
I don't like that.
It's something. I think it's really something funny to overwhelm the game console, and so that's why I was quite happy when I behold that I was reading on GameFAQs, and Konami code will unlock this hidden difficulty setting 8, and if I'm correct, I remember that there are also. I don't know if it is the Konami code, but I remember there are also a code for Parodius DA for the Super NES and this code allows you to choose which round you want to play. So if you choose round 2, you got play loop 2, and I tried to play round 9, so the 9th loop in Parodius DA for the SNES, and oh God, believe me, it's I think it's pretty impossible. So if you not have a try for Parodius DA, why not? But it's really like painful, and that's why I really love that this kind of challenges. So always play the game on the harder difficulty settings, and just to find out how long you could endure this, and if you are resilient enough to beat the game playing on the hidden difficulty setting. So
I see.
I think we should take a look and see just how insane this game actually is.
Yeah.
Why don't we? All right.
I think before we start, we should mention that this game does have a lot of loots. So that's yay. And the one thing that actually did draw me in the game is a bunny girl riding a rocket. That was like really cool.
I care. She's my bae. Except I never use her. I'm a Koitsu guy. He's the guy with he's the stick figure on the paper airplane with the awesome spread shot. But the interesting thing about the SNES port is that it actually adds 3 characters that aren't in the arcade version. There's Koopa, which is the baby, Kid Dracula, and one other thing that I can't remember.
It was a character from Gambare Goemon. It was Goemon.
And him. Yeah, I remember now.
Oh, the samurai.
Yeah, that guy.
That's the thing I like about the Parodius games is that they're so chock full of Konami references to other games, it almost becomes impenetrable.
It's not just Konami, they also like to reference some other shmups as well, such as like R-Type, and even occasionally they will make references to Japanese culture. It's pretty interesting, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's jam-packed. Okay, we are ready for to get this replay started, this hour-long replay of Shit Talk.
We're ready.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Yace. So why Mambo? What's up with Mambo?
Oh, yeah. First, back then I used to think that the best characters among them all was Koitsu. Koitsu is really a great and fun character to play as, but. For this one and this kind of challenge, I just play Mambo for many reasons. So Mambo is quite a powerful character, and first of all, Mambo's got a really effective shield. So shield is really mandatory if you want to go further in this kind of challenge. So as you can see, the game is really than usual, and you see, Mambo can be provided with 2 bit devices, up and down, and these bit devices and these bit devices are really helpful and useful because they erase bullets. So and you can quick kill enemies using those options. So if you have those the 2 options and a great and a good level of firepower and the shield, I really think that Mambo is one of the most effective and most powerful character of them all. So. To be honest, I think the 3 best characters in the game are Mambo, Kid Dracula, and Koitsu. And Mambo is this character has got 2 special weapons. The first is called a reflex shot, which is a kind of spread gun, and the other is a screw shot, which is one, if not the most powerful weapon in the whole game, and it could be really useful against bosses. So that's why I'm playing as Mambo here, and and don't you think it's cute after all? Cute little fish.
It's pretty cute. It's kind of neat.
So
yeah. So here we're kind of in the crane stage. There's an interesting thing. Okay, I guess I can bring up one thing from the arcade version that's kind of cool. It's actually possible during this part to hide at the top of the screen. I don't actually know if you can do it in this part. It's possible to hide at the very top of the screen, and none of the cranes can hit you. It's kind of fun.
To be honest, I never tried to pass the stage that way.
I don't think you can do it the entire time. Alright, so I noticed you're not going to go Purple Bell strats for our first boss here. So one thing that can be done with this first boss is that you can get a bunch of the enemies to show up on screen and then use a Purple Bell. And you can just keep chaining this for this boss.
It's
really hard.
I tried that trick many times, but as you just said it's really kind of hard to master.
Yeah, it is, and you have to get lucky. You have to let one of the last capsules be a bell, and sometimes that can just not happen. I believe you have to use a purple bell at some point midway through the stage in order for it to work.
So here, and I use.
So see, there's the red bell. As you can see, the enemy is nothing can pretty much get him from there because the red bell blocks them.
Yep. But you see, there is a safe way to beat this boss. If you just stand in the upper left corner or right corner depending on which side the boss is hanging on. There are 2 safe spots if you wanna kill this boss safely, or you can let the boss not self-destruct, but disappear if there is timer. So
if the boss comes out, he just kind of goes into the ground. He just kind of goes back in.
So
right.
Now I'm looking for. I'm just looking for get my shield now. I'm not at power max, but I soon have the full firepower. And as you can see, this weapon, the reflect shot, is really useful, and it's less powerful than the screw one, okay? But you see, this weapon reminds me of the spread gun in the Contra series, and I'm not, if I'm correct, this character is named Mambo. This character is named after a very good and famous shmup, Konami shmup for the MSX, who was entitled Space Mambo. And I don't know if I have any relation, but...
now that I think about it, it does kind of remind me of the Space Mambo. Like, I've never played that game, but I've heard of it. It does kind of remind me.
Yeah, I was going to ask where he was from, so that's the story.
Alright, here we have the Cat Battleship. This was a mid-boss in Parodius Da, and now we have an entire stage about it. And, of course, the song they choose for it is Stars and Stripes Forever. Ship forever, because, America. We're a great country, aren't we?
Can we just stop and just let that sink in that the shield is a condom?
Koitsu shields looks like Konami said it was not a condom, it was a bell. But that bell really looks like a condom, that's for sure. And as you can see,
apparently a bell just looks like a condom. Who knows?
Wait, Konami gave official word on this?
Nah,
They had to be settled. They're just sick of that bullshit. Konami said. Such bullshit.
And now, as you can see, chaining golden bells to have an extend is a priority in first loop. So
I believe extends in this game are set at first at 20,000 and then every 100,000 after that. So like 120,000, 220,000. It's that way in Parodius SNES, and I believe it's in that way for Gokujou Parodius, but I don't know.
But until when you have 1 million points, there won't be any extent. So as you said, you have many extents every 100,000 points, but after 920,000 points, it will be the last extra life, and soon after you won't have any extend anymore. So for advanced loops, you can't think. You can't still have many more extents. After first loop, on second loop there won't be any extent more. So we will see at the second loop. But for now, as you can see, I just want to have as many as possible. So I really focus.
We have a question asking what controller do you use. I'd also like to ask, do you play on an emulator or do you play on a console?
This one was made on XSNES, and I play using an Xbox controller. And as you already know, I move my ship using the analogic D-pad, and so I only play using joypad. I'm not keen with arcade sticks, so I play using the D-pad.
So Eliza there, I have a question about Eliza, and I want to know what you think. So when she does the wave attack, the octopus on her hat will sometimes shoot out bubbles. Do you know what, if anything, determines that? Because that's always confused me.
Yeah.
That sometimes she'll do it, sometimes she won't.
Yep, that's why I really good question, and I don't know if there is any answer. I think that's pretty random. Sometimes when she swaps her tail to hit you, there won't be any bubbles. That's right, and I really don't know why.
So I noticed you play with auto. Do you have the option to wait? So if you play with auto, do you have the option to have it automatically select? Can you like select your own power-ups while it can auto-select for you? Is it because that's like semi-auto?
Oh, you see, I really don't know that much. And what I say is, all the characters I mainly they don't have any option, but you see they have special shots, and they have a grade up item which increases firepower. And you see, I don't play with
what I'm trying to ask is like what I'm trying to ask here is like in auto mode the game is automatically assigns you power-ups and it assigns everything to one button. Is that what this mode does in the SNES version? Because I know it does that for the arcade version, but does it do that for the SNES? Does it assign like your firing and your bell power-ups all to one button?
No. Yeah,
that's different.
How do I play it? So I just have main shot and missile on the same key because I think that's really smoother. And I honestly don't understand why for the arcade version in Parodius or Gradius games, regular shot, Vulcan shot, and missiles is not on the same key. And here I just have also one key for shooting.
So one thing I was just reminded of when listening to this is that, has anybody noticed that like near the end of the loop of this song, it kind of seems to change quality? Like it becomes a lot more clearer or something? Has anybody noticed that like changes quality for a brief second? I don't know.
Could be. I'm not sure. I was also going to ask one question, Yace. Do you know what Eliza is saying when she shoots that sort of wave of like Japanese kanji symbols at you? Or if anybody knows for that matter, because that's something I've personally been wondering, like what the heck does that even mean for ages now?
Oh, since I don't talk Japanese and I never wonder about this, so
okay.
I don't know what to answer. So I know that if you play arcade version Fantastic Journey, when you have a gray bell, the gray bell says all kind of bullshit such as hey, where is my wallet, and garlic breath and got a stink food, or shaving is bowing,
some sort of math equation.
Yep.
Right. So hey, guess what this guy's a parody of?
The most hated boss in G3.
Yep, Bitcoin 3.
And here, and there's so there is a lot of RNG. Sometimes try to crush you on the screen. Other times it does try to.
I noticed this guy's a lot more random in this part. I also noticed that none of those things that you're shooting that you're supposed to kill don't seem to be shooting suicide bullets, whereas in the arcade version they do.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. The main reason I was asking about auto mode was because I know if you're in auto mode, you're not able to select more than one speed up unless the game assigns you speed up. Are you able to do that?
That's right. Here on the SNES version, you don't have to mind about this. So you can how can I say, you can just assign the keys the way you want. So if you want, I have just one key for missile and Vulcan shot, other key to select power-ups, and third key use bell power. So you are right. I never understand why if you play on auto mode in arcade version, just as you said it, I really think it's not that comfortable. So that's another reason why I really Super Famicom version best. I think it's really much smoother to play, and
here we have the Moai Battleship stage, which I believe in this port can still appear randomly at any point between stages 3. It's after stage 3, but before stage 7, this stage can appear. And if you have checkpoints on at any point, if you die, you automatically are. It just says you lose and you go to the next stage. Does that apply here?
You see, on SNES version, I already level after the C1 boss, so after level 2. But in the arcade version, I never to face this level before stage 4, and I think it's quite random too. Maybe it's a matter of scoring or surviving or something like that, but and I really don't know why. And it could be really painful because if you have to face this level without great firepower and shield, the level can be really hard to shake. So here,
this level can be quite a bit of a nightmare if you don't happen to have full power on you.
Yep. And,
anyway, so this stage is kind of brought back from Da, and as you can see here, we have the guy who is on the top of the. I believe this one's Chico. And as you can see, we kill Yoshio, and then his wife wants revenge. So she's gonna come out and fire. And so she's gonna come out and fire dildos at us, basically.
Oh, hey, that's not. Those are not what you think they are.
Oh yeah, but just concerned about this boss. Is it a man or is it a woman?
My boss one. Now I'm going to kill you.
And I think this is one of the most disturbing bosses in the Konami's shmups ever. I won't say this boss makes me think about something I won't say here. Oh.
Don't worry, this isn't necessarily a PG-13 stream. You can say it if you want.
So I said it. Back then, I used to call this boss the blowjob boss. And what I think really disturbing is that I really don't know if is this a man or is this a woman? I really don't know. But this boss couldn't be. I think if you don't have at least 2 levels of speed up, this boss can really screw you. But here it was okay. And now we're on one of my favorite
high-speed stage, which this is why I was asking, because I know in the arcade version, if you don't happen to have 2 speed ups by this point and you're on auto mode, it will automatically give you a second. I was asking if you did the same thing here.
Oh no, here you have to
manually do it.
Your speed up. So and as you can see, you were right. I really don't think, especially on hard mode, I don't think this level could be get passed through if you have not at least 2 speed up levels.
You have red bells on you. That's a very smart decision for the midway point of this stage. And you'll find out why very shortly.
I really like that music.
It's longer. It's longer in the arcade version, and I like it better. But also, if you happen to be playing on the actual arcade version, the song actually will speed up as you go through the stage. And I don't know if that always applies, because I know it doesn't apply in the PSP part, but it's kind of a cool fact.
I noticed it about the music from the first boss, when the boss gets really pissed off. And music is...
Yeah, it also speeds up. It also does that.
And the green missiles remind some people of anything at all?
Alright, so as you can see, he has a green belt here to take care of those enemies from behind. That's basically mandatory, because those enemies are an absolute pain. They just halt a certain distance behind you. And depending on how you move, they can get closer to you. And on high rank, they can fire a lot at you. And here we have the falling rocks, we have gear, and we have falling exclamation points, because that's something you'd normally see on the highway. And I always see these exclamation points falling from the sky. Like, seriously.
Oh yeah, I should mention you're doing a really good job using the options to block some of those shots in the zigzag area.
This is, I really think this is why Mambo is among the best characters to use in the game. Those the 2-bit devices really useful, and in something, if you master those techniques, even on 8th difficulty level, the game is really doable. And here, this is one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Crazy core this is a remix of Aircraft Carrier, the boss theme from Parodius, and the name they gave it in this game is absolutely amazing. It's called Kiss My Feet. I am not joking. The song is...
Just want to say something about the background score. So the William Tell overture. In this level, it reminds me of an ST sequence from Clockwork Orange. And do you remember that scene when Alex is making love with 2 girls and hearing this? And I think this is really funny. The Parodius game, which reminds me of a Clockwork Orange, so why not after all? And I really love that. I really love that movie, and I'm a huge Kubrick fan. So I had to see.
Here's the Space It Parade stage. This is kind of, this stage honestly is kind of like Galaga if you think about it, because you have the enemies that come in formation. They come in from off of the screen. And here we have the 2 Eagles it takes, and getting good freaking luck getting every single bell from these guys and surviving. Because the enemies are going to easily come at you, then you have the other enemies that just kind of pop in on the screen. Although if you happen to get a ton of these formation enemies on screen and then use a purple bell, you're in for a fun time. Okay, so, and also the music in this stage is a huge ass tribute to Barney. Where you have a bunch of children's songs. Such as, like, Mary Had a Little Lamb, London Bridge is coming down, you know. If you listen closer, you can hear them.
And now I think you can
and as
see
you can
how
see,
this...
they're kind of like miniature baby versions of Gradius bosses. Like, that's Crystal Core. We have a bunch of Tetrans coming in from behind here.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've got some big cores in there. We're going to see some big core Mark IIs and covered cores at the end of the stage. Where we have subs. As you know, it's not a great game without
in the background.
And
there was Neil Armstrong in the background.
You can see how effective the shield
is. I think
is.
I did see that at Wolverine. I think I did.
Yeah.
Is there any reason for the various blocks and monoliths counting down from like 255?
They're just kind of barriers. There's one in the end of the special stage that you'll see that's 16-bit, and it counts down from 65,536. Right. I don't remember if it's 16-bit or 32-bit. Right here we have a bunch of big core Mark IIs and covered cores.
You gotta love the missile lance running at the bottom.
These guys are kind of weird. The 6th power-up slot, as you can see, is named O. In Da, it was an exclamation point and a question mark, and if you select that, you will automatically lose all of your power-ups.
It's not always a bad
before, Yace? Yeah, because it can reduce rank. And here we have Capsule Monster Cappuccino.
I hate that pillow. I really hate it.
You can manipulate him if you do it right. If you happen, oh.
And now I take a green bell, and now I try to regain my firepower using this boss attack. And I really don't know how to get past this boss without losing. In 8th difficulty, I don't know. I really hate this boss. And this is one of the... And now...
It's easy to manipulate, though, because it's possible to make him go in a straight line up and down or left and right, and that can be manipulatable.
And I just lose one life, so...
Also, that's like the best way for the boss to
Oh no, one life.
Oh boy.
Time for the rabbit stage, because you know bunny rabbits are cute, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Check, yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen Watership Down, Super Viper?
What?
Have you ever seen Watership Down?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's something. For those of you who've never seen that film in chat, give that a watch if you ever have the chance.
I have no idea what these are supposed to be. They look like fingers, and they're charging for something. I don't know. This song also has a really good name. What are you watching when you hop?
Sounds like they really put some deep thought into these title names.
I don't know. What do you think I'm watching?
Not really.
Some of the Parodius songs have good names.
You could make a BTT emote out of the missile mans at the bottom, because that's an awesome dance.
And bunny rabbits taking control of giant hammers. Oh, okay. These hammers made a return in Gokujou Parodius in the second stage. Yes. Not in the second stage, in the fourth stage. What am I talking about? I don't know my Parodius. Wait, so does the shield protect you from all sides or just the front?
Just the front. If I get hit from behind, I will lose a life. But as you can see, this shield...
I just saw you got hit from behind, but it acted as if the shield took effect.
Oh... I think the effect of the shield is quite similar as Koitsu's condom. So it already happens to me to lose a life when we get hit from behind. Sometimes, to be honest, I really think I'm hit, but I don't lose, and I don't know why. But I won't be complaining about this. So as long as I survive, it's okay for me. And it is here this quite hard area in this level. But
this section can become absolute full hell if you don't manage it properly.
As you can see, that shield is. And shield is really godsend. So
add in the fact that if you're like me and you try to get all those bells, it just becomes so much worse.
And now I won't get any extend anymore. So now from now on I won't care anymore about chaining golden bells, and you will see. I will like green or red bells a lot better, since now I won't have any extent. So now it's not anymore about scoring in this one. From now on, it's just about survival, and so I just lose one life, which is quite good from now on. So, and this is the last stage, which takes place in a nightclub, and I really think that this last stage is not that difficult, and I really think it's easier than the two previous ones. And so from now on, I think this one is quite good one. So maybe I think it's gonna be something great. So.
Interesting fact about this stage. I brought up back in the Parodius Star episode that the final stage in that game is based off of Gradius. This final stage is actually based off of Gradius 2's final stage, except it has a few small differences. And also, unlike Parodius Da or Gokujou Parodius, this doesn't use the same music as Gradius 2's final stage. And there's also not a gun wall.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it has the same layout, same power position, same enemy position, same everything.
Now you see, look at the reflect shot. Reflect shots kills all the turrets in the wall.
That reflect shot, that's too good.
You guys trying to see the dancing penguins? Because I sure am.
I enjoyed the dancing bunnies from the last boss. That's what I really love about these games, that there's just so much personality just coming out from its pores and what have you.
I see you 50 million. Always a good thing.
and I really don't like this moment. That's why I get this blue item to destroy all of them. But as you can see, I will main devices to destroy enemies, and you see, I really think that Mambo's gameplay is among one of the best in the whole series. So I honestly don't think if this character is not my absolute favorite.
Top like they're doing a kick line, even though they're probably not. Anybody else notice that? It's like a kick line.
Say again? I missed.
The penguins at the top that are dancing, they just look like they were doing kick lines.
Poke lines?
Oh, that was close, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like what you've told me in the past, Aquos. It's like you don't really get to notice these things in the background while you're playing, but when you're watching the replay, you see them.
Definitely.
Go! Here's the Bae herself, Shinsha Venturika, except she's like 58 times as large now. Because Konami thought that would be a good idea.
You say that like you're not into giantess, you're not into giant women, Super Viper. I know you are.
Oh crap, you got me.
Well, she's bigger than before, right?
Oh, she is way bigger than the two holes.
Okay. I wasn't just imagining that.
Forgot that this port actually does have the girl screaming at the end of the song clip.
Just want to know, do you guys think what we can see between her legs is her actual pussy?
I doubt it.
I wonder.
Minna say nothing.
They'd probably get sued.
I mean, clearly it's like gray like underwear. I mean, come on.
If you say so.
Okay, why is she doing the hip shake in this game? She didn't
I mean,
do it
okay, wait a sec. Her hair is gray, so.
Anybody else notice that she's doing? Anybody else noticing that she's doing the hip shake but in DOF or Destiny and she didn't? That's weird.
No, Parodius, the SNES version of Parodius was really actually censored to the bone. So, and remember at the end of stage 3, those dancing lips, and in the arcade version they show their tongue and lick themselves. In the SNES version, maybe Nintendo thought it was too nasty for all of us nice players outside Japan, so I hate that kind of censorship. And
those guys in the back that are kind of bouncing left and right, it kind of reminds me that they're dancing to the music. I like to think they're dancing to the music. And the arcade version, they move a lot faster, and so it's even more cool.
And this is the last boss, which is not a boss at all.
Oh.
Just
what are you talking about, Yace? It's the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah. Dude, this felt Gradius standards, man.
Yeah, it's like it's the greatest final boss. What else do you expect?
We just went through a giant woman and a giant octopus. So, what are the implications there?
Oh boy.
Hey, guess what? We get to do all that again.
We got a whole loop to talk about that.
Time.
So I would like to ask, like, what's the hitboxer for the second to last boss in the game? Because I know she's like moving and.
It's her head.
Yep, the head of the pilot.
Well, can you kill her or what?
You can't kill her.
It's more like try to avoid her.
She floats down to the ground, and then the cardboard box reveals the two penguins with the radio. Kind of funny. I see you're using green ball to your advantage here.
And from now on, the game is all about desperately looking for green and red birds. And since I won't have any extra, I really don't care about chaining golden bells to earn points. So now, as I mentioned it's all about survival, and you see, I think we are, and I was really, and I'm really happy when I see a green bell coming up on the screen, and look at this.
You ever have that feeling where you see a bell that you want and you're just like, oh hey, I can get that, and then you run into a bullet that you didn't see. I've had that happen to me plenty of time, mostly with the bells.
It'll probably be a crane in this case.
Yes. The cranes are actually pretty easy to take out.
So, did you say you stopped earning extends? Yace?
No,
Is that what you said?
No, since you don't have any more, and you see, in Loop 1, if I was caring so much about chaining golden bells just because of the extend feature, but now I just hope I will have.
Well, it's like you don't even need the lives. I mean, you're not. I mean, are you going to be using these lives?
Just don't spoil it.
I guess we'll find out.
How to say the main issue in when you lose life, I have many lives left, so it don't seem so serious. But if the main issue is when you lose a life, you lose all your weapon, all your firepower, and you see, level 1 in Loop 1 or Loop 2 is among the hardest just because you have to build all your firepower just at the beginning. So that's why when I play the game and on 8th difficulty, it's not for the first. It's not at my first attempt that I really managed to get past this level, and I began again countless time. If I get past level 1, I can say the one could go further. But level 1, remember the super last one. Level 1 was among the hardest because you have to build all your firepower. It's quite the same in Gokujou Parodius, and I think it's quite the same for every shmup. Every shmup in which you have to build your weaponry, if you play it on hard difficulty, level 1 is always.
Yeah. I understand how you're saying, because I was messing around with Brady's 3S on the SN arcade difficulty earlier today, and the first stage is an absolute nightmare to get past.
That's it.
Because like the game is already trying to kill you with fast bullets. You have to be really careful when you're getting powered up.
Okay. Speaking of power,
and
what's
on higher loops, if you happen to die at any point in the first stage, you're pretty much done for. Because Goliath, the boss, is impossible to get past without full power. Alright, somebody
what were you saying, Bisco?
Yeah, what's the rank like with the power-ups in this game again?
I think
so the home support, it seems to act more static, kind of. It's kind of more like old Gradius, where it's dependent on the difficulty, what stage and loop you're on, and how many power-ups you have. In the arcade version, it's more of kind of the counter dynamics, where the counter is constantly increasing.
And to be honest, I think the worst rank system in the Parodius game is in that Gokujou Parodius, but in the third episode, Gokujou Parodius, the rank in the third game, the rank increases a lot faster, and some areas in the third game, Gokujou Parodius, the sixth boss, I don't know how to beat that boss without losing, since the rank system is tremendously hard to master. And in Gokujou Parodius, it's okay, there is a rank system kinda hard, but not as much as the one in Gokujou Parodius, even played on normal mode. So I really loved all 3 episodes for the SNES. But
that's Captain Penguin Nahuzuki 3 lying at the bottom there.
Yep. This is the boss in the Parodius DA first level. You killed it in Parodius DA, and now you see.
And he was also in Parodius MSX, except in that game he was drunk off his ass.
He's resting at peace, I hope. Resting in peace. And just wanna ask you, what do you think about the game speed? And I really think it's awesome for
like the scrolling speed, like the
bullet speed and yeah.
Not like it doesn't look like anything I'm not used to. It's not anything I haven't seen already. I'll give it that much. Okay.
You're fighting an uphill battle here, Yace. You're fighting a tough uphill battle with Super Famicom.
No, the bullets are pretty fast. I mean, it's typical. It's typical of a second loop, though.
Especially on the hardest difficulty.
And also, I think when you were using the powered-up screw, the game was slowing down as soon as you fired it.
Oh yeah, and that's why you see I'm using the high field level boss. I already beat that boss using slingshot, but it's really much harder, and the scroll shot is scrolling. So it's really, as I said, one of the most powerful weapons in the whole game. So this weapon is really useful against bosses. But here this boss is just moving up and down like this, and just to avoid laughter. And that's
I'd like to ask why you don't shoot the letters, because
they turn into revenge bullets. So I don't think it's necessary to destroy the laughter. So I just move up and down, and that's my way to destroy the seven boss. That's why I don't shoot. That's why I don't shoot, just to avoid revenge bullets. And I think
and also they can. I don't know if that applies to this part again, but they can go to pretty big heights and they can mess you up.
And I think it's something quite unique for me, because I'm really keen on this. But the only game in which I sometimes stop shooting is Gokujou Parodius and the Psycho game, especially on second loops, just to avoid suicide bullets. I don't know. Does anybody play a Psycho game in here?
Nah.
I would advise you to try to play Dragon Blaze, and sometimes to shoot, especially on second loop, because suicide bullets can turn the game into a living hell. So that's why I sometimes don't shoot, and it seems quite strange not to shoot in a shoot-'em-up game, but sometimes it works not to shoot, and strange, but it's just the way it is. But
once again, kind of like this stage is once again a little reminiscent of the underground portion from Parodius 3, where there's like all the candy you have to dig through, and you have the things that can fall on you. Enemies hidden in the.
So Viper, comparing this to.
Now all we need are terrible hitboxes.
Oh yeah. Comparing this to like Stage 3 and G3, do you think this is harder or is it easier?
Much easier. Much easier. Stage 3 and Gradius 3
I noticed that Eagle only shot out 2 bells. Most of the time they shoot out 6. Is that because of like a sprite limit thing?
Oh, yep, that's it. And I already played in some attempts. You see some great enemies which gave those bells.
I noticed
they sometimes didn't even appear because it's too much for the console. You see, I really don't think if Konami developers actually think that the console could really hold that difficulty level and loop 2. So sometimes enemies disappear or won't even appear just because the console can't hold them.
I noticed in the Space Hit Parade stage, there's a lot of that. I wish they considered that for NES Parodius.
Who?
Hello.
That was the music, not me.
Okay. This was actually one of the songs they replaced in the PSP port of this game. They also replaced the Stage 1 theme. Although, a funny thing about how they replaced the Stage 1 theme. So, how the song loops, I believe it's a remix of Turkey in the Straw, where the song loops, it's kind of the same melody, but comprised in two different ways. And there's kind of like a version V1, and I'll call them V1 and V2. A full loop of the song is V1 and then V2. In the sound test of the PSP port, they only accounted for V1. So if you want to hear V2, you actually have to play the game. I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird.
Do you remember the background score for
What?
the Super Famicom version? It was That's the Way and Sunshine Band, and on the PSP, this theme was it was not released for PSP. It was replaced with another theme, but I really don't know why, and I think it's quite a shame because That's the Way I Like It rendition for Bruce is one of the.
They
really
funny. That made me kind of upset.
Matter of copyright or what do I know?
Yeah.
And for the now we're on the high speed level, and in the high speed stage, I won't use reflex shot because some enemies have much more HP, so I use screw shot, and as you mentioned it minutes ago, screw shot kind of slow down the action, so I will use that slow down feature just to make this level a little bit easier. So this weapon is also much more effective for the boss fight, so that's why here I will play this stage using the screw shot and not the reflect one. Reflect one against boss. This boss reflect is quite unuseful, and really it's possible to kill the boss using reflect shot, but on second loop, as I said, the boss has much more HP, so that's why I switched to this.
You haven't gotten a bell car yet, therefore I'm kind of worried for what's about to happen.
It will be close. It's just close. That's good. But you see, I didn't say it.
It actually looks like that would have been a little easier to dodge.
As you see, Mambo bombing missiles, and I was really lucky here as missiles.
Whenever I use Quick, I basically have to rely on the slightly backwards hitbox of the Interesting fact about Gokujou Strawberry Parodius' speed stage, since it's kind of relevant, is that the speed of that stage actually depends on how many speed ups you have, but I don't know if that actually applies here.
2 or maybe 3, I think. But one thing I noticed is the shots also depends on your speed ups level. If you have more than 2 speed up levels, you will shoot really faster. That's something I noticed recently. That's something I noticed recently. I wasn't aware of it when I played this one, but since Mambo is basically really, it's not really that mandatory to have.
I do want to ask, like, I'm noticing that you noticed the gate barriers disappearing. Does that ever throw you off? Or do you, like, know that they're still there?
See, that's why when you play a Gradius game, you You have to always be ready to activate another shield, and that's why sometimes it's really avoid power-ups just to stay on your option belts to stay to validate another shield. And that's why the previous boss fight was quite good, because I had my shield effective. I had another shield ready to launch, and as I said, the scroll shot is really makes this boss considerably easier. And now for this stage, I have to switch back to the reflect shot because reflect shot is much more. It's really safer to destroy the Warrior Warship, and as you can see, I don't know if it's noticeable, but all the guns batteries in the Warrior Warship, they are much more HP in Loop 2, and if you are not fully if you don't have your absolute full firepower to face this level, you're screwed. And that's why I really don't like not to know when this warship's gonna appear, because if I did lose live against the boss,
I got lucky in this one with that. Also, when the ship is bouncing like that got me the first time. There's there's actually like only 2 real spots you can go.
Yeah, I that looked difficult to me for it. Also, just to bring up something that I thought was interesting is Red Dragula brought up this point that he feels that this game might be better served on the PC engine. So, what do you two think? Do you think it'd be better served there, or
maybe? I'd say it would need to go the CD-ROM route, like Radius 2 did. Super CD-ROM too.
No offense, but I really don't think that PC engine version of Parodius DA was that good. I think
it wasn't. It was good enough, but it was a little lazy.
And I really think that Super Famicom version was much better, and I really love PC Engine version, Parodius DA PC Engine version, but I think it seems quite a little bit unfinished.